Hi everyone and welcome back. In today's video I'm going to be doing some cactus grafting. It is a little late in the season, however it's still pretty warm, so I'm going to give it a go. So I've got my grafting stock here, which is all Pereskiopsis. Now these are nice young shoots, nice and fresh, and these are fresh cuttings as well, so they were just taken around a week ago and put into a little humidity box, and now I'll start grafting. The supplies that I use, or what I use to graft, is I've got my stock there, the seedlings here, and as you can see by the date, 9th of the 1st, it's now the 27th or 8th. So these are seeds or seedlings from my own plants, and I'm a little bit interested to see what comes of them, so I'm going to try and get a head start. I've got here isopropyl alcohol or rubbing alcohol, which I will use to clean everything constantly, and I've got a scalpel here. I just picked this up off of eBay. It was just a couple of dollars, and it came with a good amount of disposable blades, because I'll only ever use the blades for one grafting session, and I'm going to be doing around 30 grafts today, so I might even change halfway through. I've got the camera set up there for doing the close-up shots, and then I've got here my labels. So I don't usually label my grafts, but in the interest of the video and so that we can all track the progress together, I think it'll make it a bit easier if they're numbered, and then I can do a little montage in a couple of months and show you what they're all looking like. I've got my trusty tweezers here. That'll be used to hold the Pereskiopsis so that I don't get heaps of thorns in me, and just some regular paper towel, kitchen towel, and a marker. So from here I'm going to switch over to the close-up camera, and I'll try and do it from a few different angles, so hopefully we get some decent footage at the end, because it's incredibly difficult to film grafting. Alright everyone, I'll see you in a second. Without further ado, let's get into it. So I've got the Pereskiopsis here, and the cut that I want to make is right around the top here, so that it's nice and soft growth. Now I'll actually keep the tips as well, even if they are only for instance this big. That will still actually grow, and in the right temperature they will actually grow rather quickly, so don't throw them away. You can also grow them from leaf cuttings, but in terms of how fast that is, I don't know. Alright, so I'll get the seedling ready. Just pop him out of the bag. That. And I'll just show you what he looks like, what I'm working with. Hopefully the camera will focus. He's very, very small. Okay. And then we'll move on to making the cut. Just going to take this leaf off because it's in my way. And maybe that one too. Go. And I'm going to cut again because I just cut a little too close to the leaf, and it wasn't a very nice looking cut. It's a bit rough. Now I'm going to cut quite close to the where the root comes from. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, and even if I zoom in, it's so tiny. That, I make one nice clean cut, pick it up, there's a little guy there, and then we pop him onto the Pereskiopsis, and a little twist and just a light amount of pressure, like that. I don't really care whether I get number 1, 2, 3 or 5, it doesn't matter too much. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to put his little label in, then I have a quick look around to make sure that he's just off center, like that, and that's it. From here he'll go into a humidity box, and he'll stay in there for 10 days. So I'm going to do a few more, and I'll do a bit of a close-up as well and see if we can get a little bit closer. So what I'm looking for now is where I want to make the cut, and to help me I'm just going to clear some leaves off so that I've got nice clear access to where I want to cut the stock plant. And I just twist the leaves and they just pop off quite easily. Don't yank them off, they won't come off that way. It's a little bit uneven, so I'm going to go again. I've got pretty shaky hands at the best of times, so this is always a bit of a challenge for me. Okay. Now I hope the camera focuses on this bit, but we'll see. Okay. So I've made the cut, and then I want to just put that little seedling on there. Give it a little twist and a very light amount of pressure. I'm not smushing it or anything like that, just a light amount. The Pereskiopsis sap's very, very sticky, so usually that will be enough to hold them on, and you don't actually need to apply any pressure. So that's another one done, and I've got around 30 to go. So rather than me filming all 30, I think I'll do one more zoom out, and then I'll finish them off and I'll show you what they look like at the end. Welcome back to the zoomed out view. So basically just going to be repeating the same process again, and that is cleaning everything again, and just cutting the Pereskiopsis and then cutting the seedling. I always cut the stock first, and then I will then cut the seedling. And you need to move quickly, quickly and with precision. Which is the tricky part. So I would not recommend Pereskiopsis grafts to somebody just starting out in grafting. I would recommend another method, which we'll have a look at after I finish these guys. So I'm going to finish all of these off camera, and then I'll show you the type of grafting that I would recommend if you're just starting out, because it's just a little bit easier to get right, and there's a little bit more room for error. In saying that, grafting to Pereskiopsis is relatively easy, but I just think while you're learning the fundamentals and just getting a handle on lining up the I think they're called vascular bundles, I think it's better to start on something bigger where you can see more easily. But so I've made that cut there, and then I'm just going to cut the seedling as well. So what I like to do is pop the seedling on, and then I'll just give him a little twist and a small amount of pressure as well. They don't need a lot, and then I'm going to pop the little label in. Again, it doesn't matter what order the labels go in, but anyway, so that's it there. That's another one on his little stick, and I'll pop him into the humidity chamber, and I'll show you what that looks like at the end. But I'll go ahead and finish these off, and once we finish this bit, we'll have a look at what they all look like done, and then I will show you a different grafting technique altogether. Alright, stay tuned. Alright everyone, so here they are all finished, all 35 of them. Now I'm not going to spend too long in here because I like to get the lid on this as quickly as possible, and I put it on and take it off in between putting each one in. The lighting's going to be a little bit bad, and probably the image as well, because this is in a shaded corner of a room in my house. So I'll stay in here for 10 days, and then we'll slowly crack the lid open and let them out. But for now, we'll wish them luck and